Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to start with our Sikhs land acknowledgement. So I want to begin by acknowledging the land on which Sikhs operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional lands of Huron-Wendat and the Mattoon First Nations, Seneca, and most recently, the Mississaugas of the Credit River. Today, Toronto is home to Indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island, and Sikhs is committed towards working towards new relationships that include First Nations, Inuit, and the Métis people, and is grateful for the opportunity to share this land and caring for the children and families. And thank you so much for having me share today. So before we begin today's practice, I actually will invite you to take 3 deep breaths with me just to help us settle into this space. So you might just want to relax the shoulders. Just take 3 deep breaths in and out. So, as part of our mindfulness and compassion rounds in this pre-recorded session, I'll be leading you through an introduction, a taste of some Qigong practices, which is like a mindfulness in motion or mindfulness in movement. So I have the intention to provide a space for us to experience how maybe meditative movement can contribute to our overall wellness or health and fitness through its potential to release some of our physical bodily tension in our muscles and our emotional stress, and also helps us develop that what we call the somatic awareness of the energy and sensations of our body. So as healthcare professionals, I think we often output a lot of energy, right, as we care for others. So in today's practice, we'll let go of physical tension and emotional tension. I'll start the practice first by just some simple stretching, swinging movements of the arms, and then I'll lead us through a guided practice. First, with the whole body relaxation, it's almost like a body scan where we release each tension in each part of the body with our attention and our visualization. And then finally, I'll be leading you through a practice. Okay, so before we start in our seated position, I will invite us to maybe get up. Okay, and you might need to do a little bit of a swing of the arms, spine. Okay, and so we can just do like a bigger swing. Okay, so we bring the arms up and swing to the side. Feel some of the knots in the back. All right. And lastly, if we have maybe some soreness in our lower back, we can also just use a gentle fist. Okay. And just gently striking around the hips, the back. Going down each leg. Okay. And the other leg. All right. Okay. So we want to be mindful of those hips if we've been doing a lot of sitting. So I'll let you just have a brief introduction. So I came to this practice of Qigong around the age of 6 or 5. I attended all the classes of Grandmaster Wei Wu, who was originally from China. His successor, who's my mother, Master Teresa Young. We've been essentially teaching and practicing in Toronto and outside of Toronto since about 1996 until his passing 2007. And so in 2018, I dedicated myself to the daily contemplative practice of Qigong. I've been certified as an instructor of several forms. And I've also gone through teacher and Fachi external healing training. In 2018, as I started working at Sick Kids in clinical research, I was introduced to the Mindfulness Project. And we started piloting Qigong projects from there. And since then, I've expanded. I've been invited to share. I feel very fortunate to have this privilege to share these practices at some conferences at the University of Toronto in the Green Path program, and also with my weekly drop-in practices on Sunday. And very lastly here, I'm also, as a healthcare professional, I'm also dedicated to integrating this with our mental emotional health. And that's one of my upcoming passions to watch out for. So with this Qigong practice, we're going to start with actually a chair Qigong. So the chair Qigong we'll be doing seated. And if you feel a great need to stand and move, we can also do it standing as well. It's a lot for our shoulders, our neck. Some of us may work on the computer often. And it is an easy to do form, no matter, even if you have no background, a little background, and you don't have to worry about doing it accurately. The most important thing is really to experience that felt sense of releasing the tension in your body. Okay. I guess I will show you what we'll be doing, and I guess we can do it together. Okay, so before we begin, I'm just going to move back so you can see more of my body. And I invite you to uncross your legs and uncross your arms. We'll be first, typically in Qigong, we move the palms facing upward. I know in some traditions, palms down is to release and palms up is to receive. In Qigong, this is just, it is a receptive posture. And it's also the sense of, instead of always outputting our care and our love, which is really important, we have to become that love, care, and compassion. So just by having the palms upward and then later on having the palms facing us, it's like creating a loving, kind bubble around us. Okay. So as we begin, we can actually start off with our neck. So just do a little stretching movement. So first, just bring the neck down, going upward. Okay, going all the way back. And again. You might feel this is almost like a Chinese version of yoga. Okay. Last one. All right. And one more time. Chin down, going up. Okay. And you can also just move the neck one side. And to the other side. And this time, you can also just pull your shoulder back. And coming back to the center and the other side. Again, just pulling your shoulder back, just pulling it down. Okay. All right. So as we begin, I always like to begin with, it's almost like a body scan, just relaxing, bringing our attention to each part of the body with the eyes closed. Just going to go through the body, relaxing each part. So doing this on your own as you breathe in and out. As you breathe out, just releasing and relaxing the whole body. The whole body relax. Whole body relax. The whole body relax. And as we relax each part of the body, I invite you to bring awareness, just noticing. Noticing if there is tension, and noticing if with the breath out, we can just release it down to the floor. So the head, relax. And the neck, relax. And the shoulders, relax. And the chest and the heart, relax. Abdomen, relax. Whole back, relax. The shoulders, relax again. Arms, hands, and fingers, relax. The legs, feet, and toes, relax. The whole body, relax. Whole body relax. The whole body relax. It's breathing in and out in this space. Okay. Three more breaths. Okay. So as we begin, again, if your back feels a little sore, you might just want to just bring the hands to the back. If our hands have the potential for some healing, it's going to again move that bottom back, my hip. Okay. So with this chair qigong, you can actually do it standing as well. So if you have been sitting a lot, you can actually stand. Okay. So to move this. Right. So again, you could do this seated or standing. And if you are seated, going to sit, and you're actually going to bring your legs outward a little bit. So moving them forward. And if you're standing, you can just stand with your legs about shoulder width apart, arms by the side. Okay. All right. All right. So these are just a couple of modifications for each person. All right. So I will do this seated first. No, I can imagine that half the room wants to sit and half the room wants to stand. So just going to adjust. So seated or standing, I'm going to bring our arms up to shoulder width. And so we might carry a lot on our shoulders. So we're just going to bend forward, dropping that to the floor. Okay, coming up. And again. Okay, and dropping to the floor. Coming up again. And again. And just breathing out and releasing any tension to the floor. Slowly coming up. And one last time. Okay, arms coming up. And just breathing out and release to the floor. This is just the beginning of some movements that are easy to do. And we're going to bring our arms up to a T. And going to just kind of bring that shoulder in and out. Okay, and like pushing out, and you'll feel a little stretch in the arms. Okay. That's good. The arms might feel just that tension. I'm just going to move those movements, those muscles in the arm. Okay. All right. And we're just going to bring those palms with our fingers up. And we're just going to push out for a bit, and you'll feel that stretch and that tendon. All right. Excellent. And you can also just move the shoulders up to the center and down. So you can, again, breathing in and out. Okay. One last time. Excellent. And we're just going to take a couple breaths. Again, just moving and exercising our shoulders and our arms. Okay. And on the out breath, we can rest the arms. And if you're seated, we'll kind of go right back on the thigh. Okay. Or if you're standing, just bring the hands to the thigh. Okay. Just breathing in and out. Okay. And just noticing, how are you feeling right now, having done those few movements? Your arms sore? How do you feel right now? Feel like you might need a little break. So I'm just going to bring up a poem that on Qigong that inspired me, and then we'll continue our practice. Okay. So it's called Letting Go, the Flow of Qi. So this is how I experience the practice in my daily practice, is stilling the mind Releasing thoughts from our body, letting go like the wind, feeling the breath move through the body, rooted into the ground, a gentle sway like the branches, feeling the lullaby of the earth. Hands moving across her quiet pawns, head touching her starry skies. I'm dancing with the energy of the universe. Okay. So again, just noticing, how are you feeling right now? Right? Are you comfortable, uncomfortable? Even though I'm not there right now, maybe you could put in the chat box, just how do you feel right now? And I'll give you a minute for that. A word or an image. Okay. So there's many different kinds of Qigong. So the ones I was showing you is just an easy one for the office. Recently, we also did a women's Qigong and a presentation at the Harvard Medical School's Tai Chi Qigong conference, sponsored by the Osher Center for Integrative Medicine and the Brigham Women's Hospital. So we're one of the few Qigong instructors, or I'm on the path of mastery. Master Teresa created the women's Qigong, especially for menopause. And we have some modules online where you're discovering your healing journey, you're reconnecting with your body, and you're toning and re-energizing yourself, healing your heart, and of course, a celebration as you learn to feel the joy of life. Okay. You'll see a few of our community members here. They're all different ages. And just want to zoom in here. Someone said, I've been able to calm my aches and pains, just being with the group, and the energy is fantastic. And just sharing the challenges you're facing and knowing you're not alone is a great comfort. Someone else said that they didn't need to take progesterone, estrogen, and testosterone after about 3 weeks of practicing, and they didn't have any more hot flashes or symptoms. And the only thing they did differently is this Qigong for women's issues. Okay. And just one last thing is just, there was some reduction in anxiety, sleep disturbance, fatigue, and stress. So the dark pink here is where it says very different. Okay. Excellent. And of course, as with any sort of research, and this was not incredibly rigorous, we could do more research by doing a pre, during, and after menopause relief and life transitions Qigong. So we could use a validated menopause-specific health-related quality of life measure to further evaluate its effectiveness, right? Pre and post and during. And of course, it happens online. Okay. So this was a nice accomplishment at that conference. All right. So as we continue, I also wanted to share really briefly about what some people have told me after they've attended my classes. Okay. So, why do people practice Qigong? It helps me reframe my to-do list with grace and joy, helping with overwhelm. Qigong builds my inner strength, accessing a better energy. The Qigong breathing and movements feel releasing and cleansing, going from scattered to centered, releasing suppressed emotions. And someone was flinching with stress before, and now they feel relaxed. Okay. So some of these little sentences are from folks across from university to people working, jobs, all professionals, and some are new and some have practiced with me for some time. Okay. Okay. So as we begin, again, we can sit or stand, and I want you to, again, just take a few breaths to connect with yourself. Just notice your energy in your body as you breathe in and out. So I'll invite us just to have another minute. Just breathing in and out. Breathing in and out and just releasing any tension. And we'll continue this quiet space, but we're going to open up our arms and bring our hands right below the navel. Left hand on top of the right for women, right hand on top for men. And we're just going to do some deep breathing. So breathing out, moving those abdominal muscles in, and breathing in. 70% expanding the abdomen, and breathing out 100%. Relaxing the shoulder. So breathing in 70%, breathing out 100%. Just going to breathe here for about 1 to 2 minutes. And we can bring our hands out in front of us, palm facing palm. And starting small as we breathe in and breathing out. So breathing in about head width and breathing out to about nose width. Opening wider this time. There's a spaciousness under your arms and breathing out. Breathing in and out. And just going to pause here, holding, we call it this ball of chi between the hands, and we're going to bring one left leg behind, and we're going to prop ourselves forward, bring the left leg to about shoulder width, parallel to the right. I'm just going to adjust myself. And we're going to have the toes slightly turned inward, knees slightly bent. And we're going to drop the arms rounded so it faces the body. Okay. So we have this nurturing cocoon here of energy. I'm going to turn some of that just to the cells in the body. Okay. And we can also experience something that's like a tree pose. We're going to turn the palms gently down, still feeling that cloud around us. I'm going to bring it to the side. As we breathe in, just feeling that support. And breathing out. Feeling the unconditional support of life. Breathing in, lifting the arms, and breathing out. This is part of actually the level 2. Okay. So again, breathing in and breathing out. All right. We're going to bring that to the body here. Bringing the arms up. Turning and breathing out. So breathing in, imagining this relaxing blanket going over the body and breathing out, going down the body. Breathe in and breathe out. In and out. And before we bring the arms up, we're just going to essentially send the energy 3 times to the body and our organs and up. And again, 3 times. And down. And again. Breathing in and breathe out. Last time, okay? And breathe out. Okay. I'm going to bring the hands to the side of the hip. Okay. Just breathing in and out. And so there's one more movement, but I know some of us might be really tired right now. Okay. So what we're going to do instead, to close the practice, and gently open the arms and can bring a positive energy. You can bring it to the heart center. Okay. It's like bringing that soothing compassion to the heart center.